All right, welcome back. My buddy Kyle Berger and I are going to be doing some improvisational role play. And today, Berger, we're going to be in the world of Samurai Jack. Why don't you give us kind of a brief introduction to get us into this particular mood?
Long ago, in a distant land, I, Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness, unleashed an unspeakable evil. But a foolish samurai warrior wielding a magic sword stepped forth to oppose me. Before the final blow was struck, I tore open a portal in time and flung him into the far future where my evil is law. Now the fool seeks to return to the past and undo the future that is Aku.
Perfect. And then we get the little... Oh my gosh. Breathe, Berger, breathe. Oh my gosh. And then we get, and in the original show, I just looked this up this morning. Apparently, the opening song is done by will.i.am.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. Who my cultural touchstone for will.i.am is Madagascar 2, where he plays Moto Moto, the very large and imposing curvilicious hippopotamus.
I did not know that either. Oh my god.
So now I'm imagining Moto Moto doing the introduction to this song, and I'm just going to let that play in your head rent-free. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're going to do a scenario of Samurai Jack, so a story about a swordsman flung into the sci-fi future of evil, filled with Aku and his evil minions. So how this is going to work is that we're going to start with a scenario, and we're going to say what that scenario is in a little bit. We have about 6 drafted up, and Berger and I have selected one ahead of time. And then we're going to say what happens next. So we're going to set the scene and then kind of describe it back and forth. There's no turn order between Berger and I. We're just going to kind of riff, and then we're just going to build on each other's ideas. If there are any uncertainties about what can happen, we can roll some dice. And we just need to wrap things up when the scenario ends. So once things have been resolved and we get back to ground zero, then we'll take it out here. So the scenario for today reads as follows. Samurai Jack is tricked to going too far back into the past, to the age of dinosaurs. Little does he know that a young Aku dwells in these prehistoric days.
So I don't know, starting off right off the bat. So we're starting before he's been tricked into going too far back.
Yes. Something like that. I think we can set it to where he's finding some way to get back in the past. It could be some sci-fi machine portal, or it could be a sorcerer that he finds. But in some way, shape, or form, he's going to find a method to get back to where he hopes he could take out Aku, but he's actually going to get tricked. So that's kind of the setup. So where do you want to start?
Oh, that's funny. I mean, you can sort of just start in the waist, really. I feel like we sort of need we need a stereotypical sort of not in like an offensive way, but like, you know, a lot of characters in Samurai Jack are usually very stereotypically something or other. They're usually from a certain genre, even if it doesn't match.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's all sorts of anachronisms. There's a lot of anthropomorphisms, and there's a lot of robots.
It's true, because those, you're allowed to kill robots, and it's still a kid's show.
Absolutely. So maybe we do a robot sorcerer of sorts. Maybe we just smash all of these together. We get an animal, we get anthropomorphized animal with machine parts who can cast sorcery. I think that's a great little intersection to smash everything in our particle collider right off the start.
Yes. So yeah, I guess we can start in like an open wasteland, a dust-swept, lightning assaulted wasteland of dry, red sand. We have our titular Jack walking across the expanse towards a lone tower, which stands as the only silhouette for 1,000,000 miles.
Yes. Yeah, very good. Yeah, I like the apocalyptic imagery here. Yeah, lightning crashing in the background as we get a silhouette of the tower, and then a silhouette, and then a close up. I would say of Jack's face. He's got some determination built up, so he's following some sort of lead out here. And I think, do we just cut to next him standing at the base of the tower?
Yeah, sure. I feel like he either needs to be for this sorcerer cyborg. I suppose maybe he's already talked to him, and right now he's bringing a large sack, and in this sack can be either the last ingredient to what he needs to do what Jack wants him to do, or maybe he can already do what Jack wants him to do, and Jack is just bringing him something that he wanted, like maybe
Ooh.
like the head of some creature, because that creature like ate all his limbs, which is why he had to become a cyborg or something to that extent.
Yeah, I like it because it hints at there's some sort of I mean, there's a relationship here, right? But then I would like it so that Jack has something that this guy needs.
Yeah.
So I think it would be fun. So he okay. So let's open up the like elevator doors. Jack steps inside. It's a very quiet ride to the top. Lights flickering past. The doors open, and at the very top of the tower stands our cyborg creature, which is still undetermined, but he is missing an eye. And I think in that sack, Samurai Jack produces the head of a cyborg with an eye that would fit
See,
our
that's good.
our cyborg sorcerer thing. What animal, Burger? Can you give me what animal that we've kind of put in here?
For the head?
Sorry, for our cyborg sorcerer.
Oh, see,
creature.
I was gonna say before we got him to the top of the elevator, maybe the cyborg sorcerer traps him in the elevator,
Ooh.
and like he's moving up some floors, and it's taking a really, really long time, and it's taking like a ridiculously a long time, and the elevator just keeps going up and keeps going up, and unknown to Jack, he's been like sort of trapped in a loop.
Ooh.
And then the sorcerer, who is, I don't know, what's a good one? A baboon?
Baboon is good. Baboon. I was gonna say maybe a rabbit.
Ooh, rabbit is also pretty good.
Rabbit out of a hat. I like a baboon though.
To make it like sort of funny, it could be a spider he already has like a lot of eyes, but he wants another one.
I like that. Yeah, so he's got maybe 8 eyes, maybe 7, because one of them is
One is missing.
One is missing. But then he has even more like cyber eyes. Yeah, maybe he's just obsessed with vision, right? This very ambitious spider wants to see everything. So maybe he could even tell it was Samurai Jack coming from a long way off, because he's just got all manner of cyber prosthetics and telescopes.
Yeah, that's why the tower's so tall and in the middle of nowhere.
So tall, an obscene number of telescopes pointing out of this thing, so we can see any invaders that come. Okay, but I like this, that Samurai Jack is stuck in an elevator in a loop.
Yeah. And yeah, he's sort of like the sorcerer appears holographically or mystically or however you want him to appear in the elevator, and then he says, "Did you bring me what you promised me?" And I don't know, sort of an exchange, right? Thinking very Temple of Doom opening, where like Jack wants to give him the eye, and Jack has no problem giving him the eye. It's what he like wants to do. But for some reason, this sorcerer is like he's a bad sport. He just wants everything.
Right. Yeah, I think like Jack will just gesture by holding up the eye. And maybe this is enough to get our sorcerer on his side. Maybe not. What do you think?
Yeah. Once he sees it, he takes the elevator out of the loop, and they actually go up to the real floor.
I do like this looping power. We're gonna have to make this come back in some way. Mm-hmm. I think. Okay. Very cool. All right. So he doesn't really have a name, does he? Our cyborg sorcerer.
It's a visual storytelling. He's
Okay, so we're gonna say cyborg sorcerer spider every time.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't really need a name.
Perfect. So he's got some. We've already hinted he's got some sort of portal abilities, but then also he has looping magics. I like this. I like this. And then, yeah, ostensibly has some sort of web slinging abilities, but we'll get there. Okay, so we're at the top. It opens, and Samurai Jack produces the eyeball for our cyborg sorcerer spider.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, this is okay. Yes, very nice. So yeah, he produces the eyeball. The spider sort of like takes it in his hand, flicks it up into his eye,
Yes.
or an empty socket that he has. Not that bugs have skeletons for sockets, but they have exoskeletons.
Yeah. Metal
course.
exoskeletons. Yeah.
And he flicks it up there, does a few whirlies, looks around.
It's good. Yeah. And maybe we even get a shot from the spider's perspective where you can see the screen has been split into like 10 rectangles, and they all have Samurai Jack in red filter.
Oh, yes, that's pretty good. That's aesthetically pleasing. Or yeah, maybe they're all looking in like 100 different directions, but then they all look to him once he's satisfied.
Yes, very good, very good. Do we need some sort of external threat to put pressure on this scene? Maybe Aku has sent some sort of external force. What do you think?
See, I was going to say that Jack sort of like gestures to him to sort of fulfill his half of the bargain, which is to open up, using his magic sorcery, cybermancy, a portal to the past.
Ooh.
However, as Jack is about to he opens the portal, and as Jack is about to like enter the portal, that's when Aku like calls the sorcerer on his like desktop.
Yes.
Like so the sorcerer has already been he's already been hired by Aku to basically throw Jack even further into the past than he wants to go.
Ooh, that's good. Yes. Okay.
Or he's actually been hired to throw him into the future even further. But then we'll like sort of work out how that basically my thought process is he opens the portal and it's going to take Jack even further into the future, and then Aku like pops up on his desktop because he's already been commissioned by Aku to do this, even though Jack thinks he's being taken back to the past. But Aku, like, he's impatient, so he called him too early. He's like, "So have you done it already?"
Yeah. Yep. And Jack, of course, his brow creases at this. Right. He can totally tell that something is up. No, this is good. This is good. So maybe I don't know how we even would telegraph this, but like a red portal indicates the future, and a blue or green portal indicates the past. Something like that. I have no idea what this would do. But have we established? I think this would be fun as a shot outside. Yeah. So like this whole thing is like on some sort of sky bridge, like way out there, and in order to jump successfully into the past, you need a lot of momentum. So the cyborg sorcerer spider has put this portal basically on the ground at like however many hundreds of feet from where they're standing right now. So you need this like catapulting jump to go into there. And so there's this red. Go ahead.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's like down there. So maybe instead of like changing the portal or doing anything like that, Aku has hired him to just basically, as soon as Jack jumps, he takes the portal away so that he hits the ground at 800 miles an hour. And we could, in the action scene where this sort of happens, he could be making a real into the past portal. And then, I guess, to save himself, Jack has to essentially jump off and then somehow grab the sorcerer so that he's falling with him.
Yes.
And the sorcerer has to keep the portal open.
Yes. Okay.
And we bring him with us.
Perfect. Yes, I love it. So yeah, this ring goes off. Did you do it yet? And then so as like Samurai Jack is looking to jump, and he turns and he grabs one leg of the sorcerer spider, and then they become this tumble together as they plummet towards the portal. And then so I think that's perfect. Instead of closing it, then the cyborg sorcerer spider has to keep it open, and they disappear far into the past. Great. Oh, I think this is good. Okay, so they they sling through and then they emerge. I think the camera does a flip, so we get like a total 180 where what was the ground is now the sky, and what was the sky is now the ground as they shoot through and they land on the essentially the ceiling, and then the camera switches again, or the camera angle switches again, and they're both on the ground. I think in order to survive, our cyborg sorcerer spider has to recover first and
Yep.
flee.
That's fair. That's fair. Unless, oh yeah, he has to flee because I mean he's the only one who can get them back. Oh, see, but what's stopping him from then just going back to the future as soon as he like clears a clearing?
Ah, yes. As we've established, you need a lot of momentum to get through. And
Ah.
we are in a flat plain of sorts, or
That's true.
a place, or a very thick jungle at least, with trees not tall enough to get the momentum required.
That could be very
Yeah?
fun because it can show because basically we time traveled, so we're in the same exact place we were
Yes.
in the future, but now we're in the past. So instead of a desolate, sand-swept wasteland
Yes.
getting buffeted by lightning, it's now like a lush, beautiful jungle.
Yes, this is desertification.
Yeah.
Desertification, yes.
Desolation.
That's pre-desolation. Perfect. Yeah, so we got jungle, which of course means sound-wise, we have the sound of mosquitoes and maybe some monkeys whooping in the background. And then, yeah, our cyborg sorcerer spider comes to his senses and I would say skitters up a tree, right?
Yeah,
Something like
yeah,
that?
I would say so. Maybe he like, yeah. No, you're definitely right. Maybe skitters up a tree.
But he's gonna have to find some way to a very tall place, which I think we can build up to, for sure. Samurai Jack, he's hit his head. What happens next?
He's hit his head. He wakes up. At first maybe we say he's kind of happy. Maybe he thinks he actually is in the past where he's supposed to be right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
the portal did open, and he did get it to stay open by bringing the spider along. So maybe he thinks, hey, this portal was the one I wanted, and there's trees here, so this could definitely be the past. So maybe Jack's really not amped because he's so stoic, but maybe he has like a half smirk on. It's
Yeah.
like, wow.
He allows himself a smile.
Yeah, he's like, oh my gosh. And he doesn't know where the spider went. That's a little unnerving, but at least he thinks right now he's in the past where he should be.
Yeah, yeah. I think we could get just a few, kind of a montage set of him exploring his new place, because he's convinced he's in the past, right?
Yeah.
But it's not clear where he is then. Because at least he doesn't recognize this landscape, and he's looking around. We get a shot of him crossing a land bridge where there's like a waterfall behind. There's him going through and slicing down some vines classically, and then maybe peering into a cave. He's doing some of these things.
Yeah. I like that.
We get some neat teals and blue greens and just a wide variety of color palettes here.
Then I guess how is he going to discover? Because this is the perfect sort of like once he discovers it, he's gonna go, oh no, and then you're gonna have that Cartoon Network stinger and then cut to commercial.
Perfect. Yeah.
But how does he do it? How does he figure out that this really is way too far back?
What would be the clue? Because he's not gonna find anything. It's just gonna have to be the slow dawning. Maybe that's it. Maybe it could just be throughout this montage we get the music kind of going a little more intensely, and it continues to build as he continues to look around. He's looking for people.
Yeah.
But I don't know how we can convey this visually, but
Well, we can. Well, yeah, he's looking around. He's like looking at maybe he has like an old map, from the future to the place. Maybe he's just looking around for settlements. And then the big smile. We started him. We started him off with a big old smile, and maybe as the montage keeps going. It just keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller until finally he's just straight up frowning. And
Yes, the intercuts get faster and faster as it keeps cutting back to his face, and the smile just keeps decreasing, and yes, now it is just a full frown.
and he then maybe like as it's just a full frown, he walks out and maybe he just exits the jungle and sees sort of like your classic Jurassic Park open field. They do move in herds. Just
Right, carnivores and herbivores alongside one another, and it's in this fantastic sweeping shot.
yeah, big lake, big pond, a lot of dinosaurs. And he says, "Oh no."
Yes, okay, that's the stinger. Yep, cut to commercial. We've never done this before, but what is our commercial of?
Oh gosh, I don't. What did they even put on Cartoon Network back in the day?
Back in the day, man, I don't know. I just remember a lot of like rescue heroes,
Yeah.
and I don't even know what other kind of polls.
There'd be like a pillow pet,
Yep, some
Pillow
squishy
pet
thing.
stuff.
Yes, exactly.
or some weird toy that's like gloopy glop, and it almost certainly has like plastic that is like poisoning children.
Perfect. And then we cut back. We cut back to the days of Samurai Jack. Okay, so he's seen this big sweeping scape of dinosaurs. Any threats here? I'm imagining maybe we find a prehistoric baddie in the shape of a dinosaur or a baboon, or
Oh, definitely.
or do we
Just
get
sort of
to we get to a coup? Go ahead.
Just sort of a general, I'd say a general action scene, because I don't know, Samurai Jack does a lot of fighting in a lot of these episodes where it's just sort of, we saw the dinosaurs, we saw them from a distance, it's sort of safe, but then like as we come back from commercial, there's just a giant old dinosaur just right in front of him.
Yeah.
I'm not
Big
sure
roar. Big roar.
See, this is where I would ask the Cartoon Network executives to do like a poll on the kids' favorites dinosaurs. Then you just have to pick the front runner. Even if it's like a herbivore, you just have to make the front runner really aggressive.
I mean, can we do any better than a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Probably not.
Okay.
Because that's true. That's the mean one. You can't have Samurai Jack kill the kid's favorite dinosaur.
Right. Can you imagine him fighting like a sweet old Triceratops? Well, Triceratops could be pretty aggressive, but yeah, I mean, T-Rex has got to be the way.
Yeah.
And we got to show off Samurai Jack's just pure fighting skill, right?
His prowess.
His
And
prowess.
obviously, this is a creature with flesh and blood, so he can't actually cut it in half. So he's gotta sort of like outsmart it somehow, drop a big rock on its head.
Yeah,
and have
yeah.
it run away.
Classic, yes. So I think Samurai Jack realizes that this is going to be a test of dexterity, because he's gonna use his sword still, but maybe because we're at kind of the back end of this forest lake opening, that he's going to use the trees to his advantage somehow. So classic, Matador. He's going to gesture for the Tyrannosaurus to jump at him, and as soon as it does, he leaps out of the way and it smashes its head into a tree.
Oh yes.
Let's use our environment here. Yeah, let's knock over a couple of trees. But what happens next?
It smashes into the tree. I don't know, a bunch of coconuts. Fall from the top of the tree.
I love that. Him throwing coconuts at a T-Rex as he's like jumping back and trying to get higher and higher into the trees. It's kind of fun.
And it's like, yeah, maybe because like this is like very stylistic animation, so this T-Rex can be just tremendously ginormous. That's the reason he can't use his sword, because even at full blade length, it's not even going to pierce the jugular if you were to take it right to the neck, just because it's so thick.
Right. Right.
And we have a reference for this because the same guy who did Samurai Jack also did Primal, where his dinosaurs are chunky.
Big old guys. Yeah, and that one, I think that one does have quite a bit of blood in it. But anyway,
It's true. But it's because he's allowed to now. He's an adult
right.
swim.
Right. Okay, so big fight with the dinosaur. Let's see. I'm either thinking we do it. There's an extra threat here, or that we have some way to finish this fight off. I would like this fight to move the plot forward somehow, though. If we're allowed to do such a thing. I don't know. Fights
Oh,
can just
yeah.
happen because fights happen in Samurai Jack too.
Let's the kids. You gotta keep the kids
Right.
invested.
Keep it moving.
In terms so yeah, do we want to introduce in this fight like someone who helps Jack, who's gonna be like sort of friendly, an ally?
Ooh, could have an ally. Maybe we could have it in a fun Darwinian way. He becomes friends with a baboon.
A baboon. Or
They always seem like the ferocious enemy. Maybe they could be an ally for once. But what were you thinking?
we could also do something strange.
Yes.
Like I don't know, there's so many different human stereotypes in
Yep.
Samurai Jack. There's Scotsmen and ninjas.
Yes.
And
Vikings.
Egyptians
Yeah.
and Tibetan monks and Spartans. I mean poop. I mean I don't know, we could introduce some Irish Fomorians.
Ooh.
Big like the old Irish sagas, not the sagas, but the cycles, the invasion cycles. There's
Okay.
these big giant red-headed men,
Yes.
sort of proto-elves. And they I
Proto
don't know.
proto elves. It sounds good. I like also. Could we dig into the kind of the prehistorical element, which to me suggests fire. So the command of fire somehow.
Oh yeah.
So redhead, red beard, giant, with like giant sheepskin and like maybe a belt of skulls on this
Yes,
thing.
and horribly thick Irish accents.
Yes, absolutely. So how does he get introduced? Is it mid-fight that this guy comes in, or how does he jump?
Yeah, maybe Jack is in a bit of trouble. Maybe he gets caught out. He's throwing coconuts. He's smashing the T-Rex.
Yeah.
And then the T-Rex runs away. But then as Jack is sort of standing there, there's another dinosaur, or maybe another dinosaur. Oh, or maybe the guy was maybe as Jack is standing there watching the T-Rex run away, the guy throws a spear at him and Jack dodges out of the way.
Oh, so he was aiming for Jack, but he hits the dinosaur?
No. Oh, see, we can't hurt the dinosaur. No, I mean more like he was trying to ambush Jack because he wasn't sure what he was.
Oh, okay. And then they're going to come to some sort of understanding?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Jack somehow impossibly speaks every language.
Or just communicates, using physical motions.
That's
You
true.
know?
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, so they're gonna team up here. I like him using spirit, but let's have maybe this fight just kind of ends because the Fomorian uses fire on his hands and the dinosaur gets suddenly terrified.
Oh, yeah, that works too. I like that.
Yeah. Okay, so Dino runs away once he sees the fire. This Fomorian character, I think maybe he's kind of just a quick cave dweller by himself. Yeah, because to cut down on animation costs, we can't animate an entire family or an entire tribe. So not that it makes sense for him to be alone in these prehistoric times where it made more sense to gather in groups, but he is by himself.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, big dude. Okay, so I think these guys gather together, and then I have an idea.
Yeah,
Tell me
what's
what you
your
think.
idea?
I think is there something that the Fomorian could have, or imagery inside the Fomorian's cave, that could suggest a coup dwells here?
Oh, yes. I feel like we just gotta have him speak.
Sure.
Just because, like, we have to establish that Jack is... Now that Jack realizes he's way too far into the past, he also realizes that he is going to need to find that spider.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I feel like the sort of mid-episode low point, and it's gonna have to be something where Jack and the Fomorian are looking for the spider because he's the only one who can bring him back to the future. Oh,
Right. Right. Yep.
which is not where he wants to go since he's too far into the past. But I feel like the sort of low point in the middle of the episode is going to have to be the Fomorian and Jack hunt down the spider sorcerer, and the spider sorcerer ends up dead. Like
dang.
straight up, like he's a robot, so he's allowed to just get crushed violently into 1,000 pieces.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm sort of getting ahead of myself here a little bit, but that's sort of like, oh my gosh, Jack stuck in the past too far forever, and then
That's good. Okay.
but then we introduce a coup. And as we know, a coup is the one who sent him to the future to begin with, but not that he
Yes.
cares at that point. But
So
that's
we
sort
can
of
do
what
it
I'm
again.
driving
I
towards.
love it. Okay, let's do it. Let's so Fomorian and Jack explains through dancing. No. They talk it out, and Samurai Jack is looking for our cyborg sorcerer spider. And the
Yeah.
Fomorian wants to help because I don't know if Samurai Jack has anything to offer, but
Oh, I mean,
maybe he gestures to the belt of skulls and offers to add another one.
or the Fomorian has lost an eye because the spider just ripped it out of his head as soon as he saw him.
I like it that it's a pre-existing wound because we don't need him to necessarily have a grudge against the cyborg
Yeah.
sorcerer spider. But I do like the idea that when Samurai Jack looks at the giant, he sees also, wait a second, he's missing an eye.
Yeah.
And I like it because then
He could use that cybernetic one that I gave the sorcerer.
bingo.
spider.
Yes. I think this is gonna do good. Okay, so they're teaming up now. Let's have them chase after cyborg sorcerer spider. We've done a couple of landscape montage stuffs.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, obviously we need a tall place. Let's go into the mountains.
Yep.
Okay. Couple
they're
shots of sheer cliffs and climbing that the two are doing.
They're
let's-
tracking him, and
Yes.
like as they're tracking him, the Fomorian's just like, oh, I don't know where he's going. Couldn't figure where he's trying to head to. And then Jack sort of puts it together in the moment. He's like, oh, he needs somewhere high to make another portal, so he's probably
Yes.
heading. And then ominous mountains in the distance.
Mountains isn't far enough. It needs to be a volcano.
Yeah, so
It has to be a volcano. There's just no way around it. In our prehistoric times with dinosaurs, we need a meteor in the background, and we need a volcano on the horizon for sure. Okay, so they're going to be. I think Jack's gonna cut some vines and make like this nice. I don't know, a set of rope that he puts around his shoulder. We get a shot of the giant kind of tossing Jack up a sheer cliff, and then he lowers down a rope, and they're now scaling and ascending this volcano. I like this ominous rumbling that keeps happening because, Chekhov's gun, if we have a volcano, it's got to be something big. Yeah, what do you think?
No, I like it. Yeah, no, I like that a lot. The huge volcano, it's active. It's
Right.
It's low key active.
Low-key
perpetually.
active. Yeah. Just kind of got like a slow magma just trailing over, and they have to jump occasionally. Video game lava. They gotta kind of jump over here and there. I like it. Do they arrive just in time for Cyborg Sorcerer Spider to begin casting his portal, or is there any other obstacles that should happen before then?
I'd say we kind of have to just get right to it if we want him
Yep.
to be dead.
Let's do it.
So yeah, he could be like, maybe he doesn't even have his portal open yet, because maybe they catch up to him on the way to the top, so he hasn't actually gotten all the way up yet.
Yes. Well, I also like the Cyborg Sorcerer Spider. I mean, he's fast, but he's got very, very low stamina. So his endurance is just the pits. And so I like Cyborg Spider breathing heavily as he's ascending the top. And of course, Jack never breathes heavy. He's just got his lips tight in a straight line. So he and the giant are just going to be right up behind him, right as he's coming to the pinnacle.
Oh, cool. Ma. Yes. And I guess do we? Yeah, like I said, the spider is mostly robotic, so he can die horribly.
Great. So let's do this, maybe. Cyborg Sorcerer Spider sees Jack and the Giant. Jack and the Giant. Fun. Sees Jack and the Giant, and then leaps from the top and puts a portal right down to the bottom. And is going to unless something happens, he is going to plummet into the portal and be the first one through to escape Back to the Future.
Yeah. And what happens to make?
I got a couple ideas here.
Yeah, what's that?
One is that we could have Jack try and get down there as faster, and does kind of like a sword dive, and he can for reasons that break physics goes faster than the cyborg spider, and
He learned it from the Tibetan monks.
right. Or we could just see they're like looking at the cyborg spider, and then just semi-randomly seemingly randomly, the volcano just kind of erupts at that moment, or a boulder comes flying out and hits the cyborg spider. There's a lot of options
It could,
here.
Yeah, this is kind of cute because he put the portal right over the top of the lava, and he's jumping down towards it, but the lava could shoot up.
Yes.
And obviously all the lava is going to shoot up and like incinerate him, but a bunch of it's also going to go like through the portal. So maybe we cut to the future where Aku is like in a bath. He's like having a bath because the spider's trying to report back to him. So
Right.
basically like 8 tons of lava just gets dumped on Aku while he's taking a bath.
I love it.
Or
So yeah,
something silly like that. But basically the fact still stands that the lava incinerates the spider, and with the spider sorcerer cybermancer, the portal closes.
yes, it's good.
And yeah, so it is sort of just totally random. The like Jack and the Fomorian think they're too late. They think the spider's gonna get in, and then
Yes.
the lava just explodes and he disintegrates, and they're still in deep trouble. But at least the
Yes.
spider didn't get away.
Right. And so, yeah, I love the shot of Aku in the future, because he's got his little umbrella, like drink lemonade something or other, and then just a ton of lava goes right into the bath. Maybe for a second, Aku freaks out because he thinks like, oh my gosh, there's lava in my bathtub. And then he realizes it's not that big of a deal because he can resist all sorts of heat. And so
he remembers he's fireproof.
He remembers he's fireproof. And so then it just seems like a minor inconvenience at worst.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think Jack then gives a yell. I think that's the stinger because he gets down on his knees, and for the second time in the episode we have the stinger fade to black, fade back, and Jack is still yelling about this because he's just lost his lifeline to get back to the future.
So true. And yeah, that's a good stinger. Another commercial break. Pillow pets. It's a pillow. It's a pet. And the pillow pet.
That's how I remember that going too. Yeah.
In any case, so now, do we want to say that the Fomorian, maybe the Fomorian hears Aku screech when the lava hits his bathtub, and he sort of recognizes that sound?
Yeah, he thinks back on it a second. He's like, where have I heard that before?
Because obviously we're in trouble now. Where all the leads are dead, so we need some new leads, and that lead is probably going to be, there's going to be, like in our prompt, it says there's a young Aku somewhere in these prehistoric days.
Oh no! Hold on, real quick. I just realized.
Yeah, what's up?
Our poor Fomorian with his eyeball missing is not gonna get his eye. We're gonna have to tie off that loose end too, because if the cyber sorcerer's spider has completely incinerated, there is no way we're recovering that eyeball unless it floats comedically to the top as the only surviving part.
Well, I mean, he could get turned into like 1,000 pieces and they go everywhere. He could pick it up.
Yeah,
You pick it up, put it into his eye socket.
I like that. Do we anticipate a different way to loop this back, or is this our way out for the Fomorian at least?
Oh, I mean, at least for getting him on Jack's good side, because I feel like he's got to introduce Jack to Proto Aku.
Yeah.
Unless we're like being really, really stinky and saying that the Fomorian is Proto Aku.
He's a Scotsman? Or
That
no,
would
what'd
be
you
funny.
say? Irishman?
No, I feel like that's
and
too
over time, his voice changes, so he becomes
a Japanese
a
man.
Japanese man. Okay, no, let's tie this off real quick. So when the cyber spider dies, he screams out in pain, and the eyeball comes flying through the air and lands just short of the Fomorian, who picks it up and puts it into his head, into his skull.
And he's very pleased. It's all that in a bag of chips.
It's all that in a bag of chips. Okay, how are we going to find Aku? We said that they yell, but that may be a little too obscure to get there. Is there a different way? Okay, Aku is very vain, yes. Perhaps this being a place of power, a statue of Aku does lie here, and our heroes had not noticed until at their lowest point, and they look across and they see a statue of the big, bad, evil man.
It's true. The Fomorian could also recognize a portal. Like, where else would he see a portal? Besides by the Shadow Demon Lord of Darkness. He makes portals.
Yeah. Right. Who else would have a portal but the Shadow Demon?
But either way, that makes sense, because then like he'd be like, oh, wait. Because at that point, he was after the eye, and Jack was after the portal. And then he wants to return the favor. He's like, oh, that portal was all you're after? I know a place where there's portals.
Yes.
And then Jack's like, oh, okay, maybe this won't be so bad. And then, they walk up, and there's just a giant statue of Aku.
Perfect. Yes. And yeah, it's just for extra effect here. It's got like, gems for eyeballs, and just has this big. It's like solid gold, right? Like you couldn't miss it. Yeah. But the only unfortunate thing, Burger, is that we've kind of painted ourselves into a corner.
Yeah.
Because Aku tends to dwell in wonderful places of power. See, and we've used up our volcano.
Oh my gosh,
So-
you're right. Oh my gosh, you're right.
So I'm trying to think of either another place of power, Castle in the Sky is where I'm thinking, or, in fact, they start looking for Aku's secret hideout, and it is in fact beneath the volcano. What do you think?
Oh, that is true. That is true. The volcano. I don't know. I feel like mixing it up a bit with the Castle in the Sky would be, but see, how do you find that? Where you just go, hey, it's over there.
Yeah, just a cluster of clouds that seem just a little too dark compared to the rest of the sky, in like total contrast, right? Rest of the sky is got this kind of grayish white, puffy clouds, as always congregate around a volcano, and then there's one that's just the deepest Aku black that you could possibly think of. Now, if that's the route we're going. How we gonna get up there?
Also, I think a big question would be, is Aku timeless in the sense that he possesses all knowledge between his past, present, and future self?
Or is this going to be, from Aku's perspective, their first encounter?
Yeah. Man, I feel like he can't be timeless.
I think it would be fun for him to totally jump into this, and Samurai Jack like yelling Aku's name and Aku having no idea what's going on.
He's just, like maybe he hasn't even done that much evil stuff yet.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like, just today he was just starting. He just started thinking about maybe doing something a little evil.
Pause on that, because I think I have something that we could do there. Okay, great. But first we got to get up there in the Castle in the Sky. And I think the Fomorian could gesture to a series of rocks that are placed on top of these geyser vent things and building up a lot of pressure.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So I think the Fomorian and Jack squat down on kind of this loose boulder, and then the Fomorian clicks his fingers together. He does a snap, and out comes a little bit of fire and ignites some pocket of gas that
Yep.
explodes and fires them 50,000 feet into the air and onto this castle in the sky,
I like
which
that.
is shaped like Aku's face from the
Of
bottom. Yeah,
course,
as they get
naturally.
closer. Yeah, right. I feel like the bottom just has his huge grin pasted on the bottom.
And I mean, at this point, Jack isn't even interested in portals.
Yeah,
'Cause
because
at this
this
point-
could be the end of it, right?
Yeah, at this point, he realizes maybe this wasn't too far. I can actually just kill Aku. And I think I sort of know where you're heading. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I like this. So we're going up into the castle. And yeah, Jack's not interested in portals. He doesn't care if he dies in dinosaur times, if he can take out Aku before any of the bad stuff even happens.
Yes. Very good, very good. Okay, so I think Jack has some sort of line like, he's realizing his hope, and so he says, "Maybe we can end this now." And he gets, kind of that very determined look in his eye as they land onto like the sky bridge. Second sky bridge reference, but we'll take it. What's some of this thing look like? What's this sky ship? Tell me a little bit about it. Give me some visual design, Burger.
Oh my gosh. Well, I see, it's dinosaur times, so it's got to be powered by it's got to be an airship, like I don't know, hot air. A gaseous pocket.
Yeah.
That's basically just on top of the head.
Is this a
Basically the
zeppelin?
Well, because you said it's shaped like Aku's head, and out of top of Aku's head is flames. So the flames are just
Oh.
heating a giant air balloon above it,
Air balloon. Yes, I like it. I like it.
and it's just filled with hot air, much like Aku.
Brilliant. Okay, perfect. Okay, so it's a very large war balloon that we have going on here. I like it. Okay, so what happens next?
I'd say they break in, and and correct me if this isn't the direction you were going in.
Yeah.
I was going to say that Jack basically busts down the door, and Aku, he's like young, he doesn't stand a chance. He like busts down the door, just sort of like really manhandles him. And then I'm not sure if this is the direction you were going in, but I was gonna say Jack realizes that Aku actually hasn't done anything bad yet.
Ooh, yes. This is good. This is not where I was going, but I like this better. Let's go for it.
So maybe Jack is like flying in. He's beating the crap out of Aku. He's about to win the day.
Yeah.
And then he realizes Aku actually hasn't done anything evil.
Yes.
Yet
Yeah,
in this prehistoric time.
Because like Samurai Jack is yelling, he's like "Aku!" and he like charges him, and then like there's one big stab into the ground right next to his face as Aku's like on the ground already, right? Very barely two swings into the fight. Samurai Jack stabs the right next to Aku's head, just barely missing him, and Aku says, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
Does Jack have reservations about taking out Aku before he's done these evil things?
No, I was going to say this is sort of the angle I was coming at it from. Jack is gonna there's gonna be a big fight. Jack's gonna like manhandle him, but then once
Yeah.
he realizes that Aku like doesn't know what's going on, he doesn't seem all that evil. Jack is gonna actually like sit down and like try to talk to him. He basically like
Ooh.
sits him down and like Jack, at this point Jack feels like, oh, so he's not a bad dude. Maybe we can keep it that way.
Yeah.
And he basically warns him about all the evil stuff he's gonna do in the future.
Oh man, we're really messing with the timeline now. I
know.
love it. I love
I know,
it.
but-
Okay.
My general thing is like he's going to, he's gonna sort of explain everything. Like he's just gonna give him a breakdown of everything.
Okay.
In the hopes that this like we're gonna make this Aku like really sort of naive, and like just like no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I like that. I think we also get a few shots. Samurai Jack is summarizing more or less in just a few lines, but I think we get a few shots of their earlier fights, right?
Yeah.
Like even the one that's mentioned in the opening to the TV show, we get a little bit of that where Jack is explaining how they in the future they're enemies.
Yeah, and Aku like really lays it on in terms of like the naivete.
Yeah.
And he says like, "Oh, that's horrible. I don't think I could ever do that." And
Yes.
basically, I feel like what we're moving towards is Jack asking him to send him to the present moment where he got sent into the future, so that he can kill Aku if he turned out as evil as he is. And Aku happily agrees. He says, "Of course, if I'm really that bad, you should be taken right to that point where I sent you forward."
Yep.
And then basically, I guess the big twist is that he just sends him back to the far future, exactly where he was.
Yes,
And-
I like this because especially he's so petty, right?
Yeah. And Aku, he's not evil, but he's basically like, I sound badass.
He's like, this future sounds fantastic. And like right before like Samurai Jack realizes what happens, Aku summons a portal right beneath him, and we get a lovely shot of Aku crossing his fingers, which I don't know how you do that in the animation,
Yes.
but he totally
I will-
has this like
I will try to be a good boy.
yes. And then Samurai Jack has this sudden realization, his eyes widen, and then just falls through. Can we get the Fomorian maybe also getting sucked up into that? Maybe we can get like the one good thing out of this is that Samurai Jack gets an ally.
And into the future.
Yeah. Yep. So like Fomorian also jumps mid moment, and Aku then also puts another portal and sends him to the same fate.
Yeah. And then, because it's like, basically, we're just establishing that Samurai Jack doesn't have it in him to kill baby Hitler.
Yeah, basically, yep.
But then he sadly basically just told baby Hitler everything he was going to do. And baby Hitler thought it was epic.
That sounds great. No, I love it because then it even changes the beginning in some sense. Because he calls him the foolish samurai warrior. But he not only knows that he's foolish just in one sense of him trying to attack this ultimate evil power, but he's also foolish because he already told him it would happen.
Oh my gosh. So true,
Yes.
so real, so true.
Very good. Is there a positive note we can end this on, or did Aku just like totally win?
I mean, no, he really did, but that's like sort of that just happens a lot.
That's true. This is true.
I mean, yeah, we had to reset the status quo somehow.
This is good. I like it. Fomorian, have any like parting words of wisdom or something, some sort of close here?
Oh gosh. I don't know. We really haven't built him up as a character. He's just really stoic too.
Yeah, he's really stoic too. Maybe just a kindly hand on Samurai Jack's shoulder, as they're now. Let's put them back where they were at the top of the cyborg sorcerer spider's tower. And so these friends are looking. These newfound friends are looking longingly into the distance as the thunder continues to rumble and the lightning flashes, and then boom, title card, exit.
Bam. Echoing laughter of Aku in the dark thunder clouds.
Yep. Aku was bad the whole time.
Oh my gosh, he was just pretending to be a good person. He never was good. He was born evil.
He was born evil. Yes. Okay. Lovely. Well, Mr. Berger, any parting words for our viewers?
No, I think that's all for me.
Awesome.
I'm gonna crawl back into the primordial sludge.
Sounds fantastic. Well, thank you for listening, everybody, and do all the usual things if you enjoyed what you heard, and go make something nice and play some fun games. That's it. We'll see you guys next time.